Call the meeting to order. Oh, please rise. Then ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business before us this evening. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Brennan. Alderman Begley.
Here.
Alderman Basso.
Here.
Alderman Lewandowski. Alderman Key.
Here.
Alderman Scully.
Here.
Alderman McGrogan.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
Here.
All right, we have a special presentation tonight. It's my pleasure to, I realize you couldn't come last time, so hope you're feeling better now. And every year, or last couple of years, we've had a contest, or we haven't had, actually the Women's Club has run a contest for to draw the vehicle sticker for the upcoming year. And as you see on the screen here, this is this year's vehicle sticker, which will, by the way, go on sale in about 3 weeks, so I'll get your vehicle sticker. And the winner this year, name familiar, is Amelia Jensen. So we've got a nice little prize here for Amelia. There you go. Would you like to say anything? No? Okay. Would you like to draw anything? I want to get your picture for the newspaper. Okay. Thank you guys. There you go. Smile nice.
Oh, that's so cute.
1, 2, 3, one more. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay, great.
Make sure she gets one of these.
There you go. Now you're official.
Now you can do your own meeting.
Well, thank you for your effort of putting it in too, really. We appreciate it.
Won't be a politician, you do want to talk.
All right, under the consent calendar, we've got a number of items, which we've changed this recently, in that we've added a number of things to the consent calendar or an agenda that actually have been approved in a budget instead of going through and reading each one. And it's already been approved by the committees, so we'll just do it all as a consent item to save some little time here. So bear with me as I read through these. If you have any questions on them afterwards, we can either get the questions on the individual items, or we can set one aside if you want to have any debate on it. So we need approval. Under the consent calendar tonight, we have the approval of minutes from the city council meeting from March 3rd, 2026. The approval of the payroll and the voucher list for the period ending March 13th, 2026. The approval of the payroll and voucher list for the period ending April 3rd, 2026. The approval of a special event permit for St. Mary's Church to conduct their Summerfest on June 4th through 7th, 2026 from noon to 11 o'clock. Then also approval for a special use permit for St. Spiridon's to conduct their annual festival on April 11th through 12th, 2026 from 11 to 11. The approval of the payment number 5 to Demke Mechanical Services Industries for a $300,000 ground level storage tank in the amount of $289,169.50. The approval of payment 1 and 2 for the performance pipeline for the 2025 sewer and manhole replacement program in the amount of $168,139.69. The approval of a payment for the outfitting of the 2025 Ford Transit van through regional truck equipment in the amount of $6,800. The approval of a payment for the professional engineering firm's fees to RJN Group for the 2025 sanitary sewer rehabilitation, 2026 on-call services rendering through February 27th through 27th in 2026 in the amount of $23,294.88. The approval of payment to Sitco Consultants for conducting geotechnical engineering investigation and analysis proposed for the proposed 6-inch HDPE directional drilling for the emergency bypass work on Southwest Highway in the amount of $6,840. The approval of the payment of the professional engineering fees to Strand for the College Avenue, College Drive water main, CIPP lining, and the 131st Street water main CIPP lining rendering for January 31st, 2026, in the amount of $11,242.28.
Move to approve.
Moved by Alderman Key,
Second.
seconded by Alderman Scully. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Next time I'll take a stick to the water before I start that. All right, so we've got some bids tonight for two different projects. First one is the MFT road bed.
Then it's just
Oh.
one project.
Okay, we're gonna do one. Okay,
Okay.
MFT projects.
Yes, we're just in the 2026 MFT program. This is a bid from K5 Construction Corporation. The bidder's total proposal is $850,759.58. This is Gallagher Asphalt. Total bid, proposal, $868,888.88. McGill Construction LLC. Total proposal bid, $975,966.98. Deconstruction Inc. Total proposal bid, $843,743.84. Everlast Blacktop. Bidders total proposal, $758,075.08. Lindahl Brothers Inc. is next. Bidders total proposal, $808,180.58. Builders Paving.
Secure envelope.
Bidders total proposal, $922,008. And this is M&J, the final one. Bidders total proposal, $814,996.28. That's it.
All right, entertain a motion to refer this to Roads Committee.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Clifford. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Basso. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. quite a few bidders, that's great. It's a good mix from high to low also. Okay, under my report, just a couple of remarks. This Saturday, we have the e-waste recycling. It's gonna be held at the Metro Station from 7 in the morning till 11:30. So if you have any electronic waste that needs to be taken out there, you drop it off for residents only. You've got to have proof of residency. Also, request a motion to approve the Illinois local elevator safety program agreement with our elevator company.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman
Second.
Clifford, second by Alderman Begley. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And then, secondly, I'd like to request a motion to approve a resolution from the city of Palos Heights in supporting the Municipal Housing Authority. Before you take the motion, the state of Illinois, under their there's a proposed ordinance called the Build Program or Build Act, which, to paraphrase, it takes away local zoning. It gives the state control over zoning, the size of houses, where you can put houses, where you can put multifamily versus single family, parking lot sizes. It takes basically local control away from it. So as the Illinois Municipal League, our local Southwest Conference of Mayors, we all are passing or attempting to pass resolutions to send to Springfield to take, not in support of that. So that's what I'm asking for.
I'll make the motion, Your Honor. Or
Moved
not
by
Your
Alderman
Honor,
Begley.
Mayor.
You're not in court right now. Come on.
Mayor, by voting on this, because it states, motion to approve the clarity on this, by voting yes on this, we're voting no on the state
Right,
resolution.
exactly.
Correct?
Right. The resolution in support of our municipal authority. Yep.
We might want to add a word or two, like after the word support, maybe we could say, approve the resolution of the city of Palos Heights in support of IML's efforts to oppose the municipal housing.
Well, they're asking for us, for our opinion that we don't approve that. So then
Yeah.
every town will have one, so there'll be one from every town, actually, so.
Okay, I just.
It'll be submitted by IML.
I know, I think we're all saying the
Yeah,
same
right,
thing.
I agree.
I just thought, maybe
Yeah.
because if you read it, you'd almost think we're supporting it, but.
Yeah. Well, it's support of municipal housing authority. See, that's giving us the authority as opposed to state housing
The
authority.
state's getting to a point, they nickel dime you all over the place
Yeah.
with all their quaint little new tax laws and everything. But
Well, let's do this. Let's put this change and we'll say,
I just wanted to say that,
Just add a word
under
or
no
two.
way I would ever support something like this that would take away our authority and that it'd have an effect on the character of how our town's gonna look.
Right.
I just think, in my opinion, that they're overstepping their authority and just leave it as is. Who to say they're better than us? They don't live here, we do.
right.
And I think we should have more to say than letting them come in here and tell us what they want rather than what we want.
Well, I think wouldn't the ultimate, if this doesn't get defeated, isn't the governor trying to say that he'd have like the sole authority to determine what goes on in municipalities throughout the whole state?
Right.
Which, if they wanted to put a barbecue joint next to your house, they could do it.
Yeah.
Houston does that, by the way.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
Okay. So I'll put a trailer on this as support of municipal housing authority as outlined in the proposal by the IML.
yeah.
Okay.
Make the motion?
Yes. Okay. Roll call?
Do we have a second? Who's the second?
Second.
Second, Lee.
Okay, sorry, thanks. Alderman Begley?
Yes.
Alderman Basso?
Aye.
Alderman Key?
Yes.
Alderman Scully?
Yes.
Alderman McGorgan?
Yes.
Alderman Clifford? Alderman Clifford?
Aye.
Okay, that's all I have. City Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's just a reminder for anyone that needs to file an economic interest, statement of economic interest, that those are due May 1st. Also, I think since our last meeting, because it's been a while, the Marist High School, which has facilities here in Palos Heights, and Coach Brian Hines, who is a resident, won the state championship. And I wanted to congratulate them
Very good.
on their win.
I just told Brian that today. He was actually named Coach of the Year by the Sun-Times today, too, so.
Great guy, great family.
All right, City Treasurer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have the treasurer's report for the month ending January 31st, 2026. General fund started with $2,529,155. Revenues for the general fund were $1,112,758. Expenses were $977,592. Other source use, $717,461. Ending cash in the general fund is $3,381,782. All city funds began the month with $24,786,371. Revenues came in of $1,981,601. Expenses for January were $1,359,091. Other source use, $647,975, giving a ending total of all city funds of $26,056,857. You can see that the tax dollars are starting to catch up.
Right,
We're starting to
yeah.
replenish a little bit. So that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
All right, do I entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
I'll make it.
Moved by Alderman Scully, seconded by Alderman McGrogan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Public safety, Alderman Basso.
Communications.
Oh, finance, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go. City attorney, what do you got there? I'm sorry. You got anything? You got anything? No. Any communications?
Mayor,
Mr. Mayor?
Hold it. Yes.
Oh, go ahead, Jack, go ahead.
I'd just like to express, I'm sure I'm talking for everyone here, our condolences to my good friend Alderman Bass on the loss of his family, of his sister-in-law. And we all feel for his family. I know him well, and we wish your family the best, Bob, and all of our prayers and condolences are with your family.
Thank you, thank you.
Mayor? On the communication side, I'll kind of paraphrase this, but I noticed when I had some extra time waiting in line at the airport, which I'll come to later, that there were some comments about, and I think this is concerning to everybody in the room and everybody in the audience, that, and I think everyone felt that when Palos Hospital was taken over by Northwestern Hospital, which is, by the way, our biggest employer in the city, that everything would be great. But if you follow along on some of the sites that people are writing in, it is getting to be really outlandish on the delays. There were several people over the weekend that said they were spending, like one person said, they had to get to the emergency room. They got there, and it was 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday. They got out of there just before midnight. Another person said it's getting so crowded that they're asking people, if you get dropped off, to leave. You know, just let the patient there because they don't have the room to sit down. And so it was interesting. It's not only our hospital, this one, but it's also happening because other people chimed in. And they had very similar situations at like Christ Hospital, and I also happen to have relatives that are downtown, and they're experiencing the same thing. And you know, I talked to some doctors that I'm friends with, and they said they are overworked. And I mean, I think it's a safety issue for people that, I mean, if you were really seriously in trouble and you had to get into that emergency room, it's like going to the bakery. It's like, take a number. And I was just wondering if I know you have communications with the president, maybe you could
Yeah,
talk
well,
to him.
I have. I meet with Mike Fravoda, who is the president, pretty regularly, and that's one of the targets he's trying to do, is get some money to do that. But I'll be honest, on a personal side, Madeline was in the emergency room last Thursday, last Thursday, and she was in and out in 2 hours. You know, so I mean, I think it depends on what time it is too, you
Yeah.
know, and,
What day of the week, probably.
yeah, it could be, so.
Mayor, a little side note on that, as long as we're talking about services and hospitals, sometimes that can be misleading. A month ago, my sister-in-law, I was here at a meeting, running my roads meeting, my wife called me, said I have to take Linda, my sister-in-law, to the emergency room. She's in terrible pain. There's 80 to 90 people here. A guy at the desk was in the middle of having a heart attack. She didn't know what to do. Well, all things said and done, with the crowd that was there, they were able to triage her, get her to a CT scan, and determine she had a lacerated colon. With that, they told her she would have to have emergency surgery that night. That night, 4 hours of surgery to get her back together. And the doctor was already doing one surgery, then performed another, And then on him, I said, he did 3. He stayed there to do 3, so the dedication's there. She's alive because of that. She's living with us now. We just got her out last Tuesday, and we're giving her her IV. We learned how to do that and everything for her, and to take care of her because she couldn't be at a place with stairs, and I have one level living. So I'd just like to say, in all fairness to the hospital, Mike is right in some aspects, but there is an overload at Christ Hospital, which is a trauma center, and some of it gets sent here. But the quality of care and the urgency of care to take care of those people is there. You're in good hands with the people over there, so rest assured on that episode. And for that, I thank them for helping out my sister-in-law the way they did that night, and 4 hours of surgery. And my wife was there, and she got there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and didn't get back home till 7 that morning. So just goes to show you, they're good people there.
Any other communications?
Mr. Mayor, I do have one
Sure. Yes, sir.
announcement to make, a general announcement. The MKSK, the folks that are working so diligently on our projects for the Old Palos redevelopment, is hosting an open house on April 28th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. At the rec center. So if you're inclined to offer an opinion on the direction of this effort, I encourage you to come and see what's happening at this open house.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Citizens wishing to address the council? Okay, now standing committees, I apologize.
All right.
Alderman McGrogan,
All
Finance.
right, Mr. Mayor, the only thing I was gonna just report is that on the budget side, basically all the departments are in pretty good shape. Doesn't look like we're gonna have anything, in the immediate future that would go out of bounds. And as the city treasurer reported, the city's in pretty good shape, now that we got some of the tax revenue money that filtered through the system. That's the end of my report.
Great, thank you, sir. Public Safety, Alderman Basso?
Yes, Mayor. I have a couple items on the agenda this evening. Item number 11, motion to adopt an ordinance for 2020 Chevrolet Tahoe VIN number as printed and a 2020 Chevrolet Tahoe VIN number as printed to be declared surplus and sold.
Moved by Alderman Basso.
Second.
Second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Item number 12, a motion to adopt an ordinance amending current ordinance 0-16-25 in order to update section D2 to strike the words "or trail" from that section. This is just a clarity cleanup of the ordinance we have.
Moved by Alderman
Second.
Basso, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye. And a couple items that aren't on the agenda. I'd just like to explain a situation to a resident that I did not contact, I'm sorry to say, who contacted me regarding tree cutting service in the Heights. I wish to apologize to him for not contacting him. I had a tech issue with that, and I welcome him to call me back if he'd like a further discussion on this. But his simple question was, I'm having some trees cut down, and I'm going to hire Homer Tree Service. Is there anything that I have to do with the city? And seems like an awful simple question to answer if you know the answer, and maybe a more complex answer if you don't know what the situation is. So the simple answer for that individual was no, because I know what the situation is. I know that Homer is a registered service with the city, and I know what the procedure is for tree cutting. On the other hand, if he did not know who his tree service was going to be, yes, he should contact the city to find out if that service is indeed registered and licensed and permitted to work within the city. So on a safety issue, the whole story boils down to individual safety and individual property protection for yourself and your home. So, yes, call the city just to make sure that whoever you're hiring on your property is licensed and permitted. Secondly, I don't want to jump on Buildings and Grounds report, but my favorite city service is the chipper service. And once again, for the safety of our community and the safety of our residents as well as our employees, please beware of some of the regulations for putting your yard waste out at the curb. If you're gonna put your tree trimmings out at the curb, remember that the cut end of the tree should be facing the street. It shouldn't be any bigger than 4 or 5 inches in diameter. It should be in a neat pile, no larger than 4 feet by 8 feet, because the city service, chipper service, starts from one end of the city and works to the other end of the city. So obviously, everyone wants to get serviced every week, but it takes longer if everybody, a lot of people are overloading the service by number of branches and things they have out there. Also, be aware that the chipper service does not take root balls, bushes or trees or anything like that. And please be careful not to throw any fence post material out along with tree trimmings. It's a very dangerous service. It's a wonderful service. I welcome it every week. I enjoy it, and I appreciate it. And I believe that's the end of my report.
Great, sir. Municipal grounds and property, Alderman Begley.
Thank you so much, Mayor. This evening, I have a motion to approve Country Landscape and Supply to install and remove 18 hanging flower baskets on Harlem Avenue in the amount of $6,746.
Moved by Alderman Begley. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford. Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Next, I have a motion to approve to award the Memorial Park gazebo rebuild to Black Lion Construction for their lowest bid in the amount of $68,700.
Moved by Alderman Begley. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
And that's the end of my report
Right,
this
thank
evening,
you,
Mayor.
Alderman.
Thank you.
Planning and zoning, Alderman Scully.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have several items on my agenda. Item number 15, I have a motion to adopt an ordinance to allow a barber shop to operate as a special use within the premises commonly known at the address of 13405 South Ridgeland Avenue, Palos Heights, and contained within the following PIN: 24-32-300-039-0000.
Moved by Alderman Scully.
second it.
Second by Alderman McGrogan. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
No,
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes. Item number 16, I have a motion to direct the city attorney to draft an ordinance allowing an eyelash studio to operate within a special use permit for the premises located 6535 West 127th Street in Palos Heights, contained within the following PIN: 24-31-201-0000.
Moved by Alderman Scully. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Key. Discussion?
Question? Well, can't visualize the address. What's in that space now, or what was in that space?
It's the vacant spot right in the corner of, next to what was the Mexican place, restaurant. Right in the hip, down from
Westgate Music.
Aurelio's.
Aurelio's.
Next door to Aurelio's
Oh,
Pizza.
okay.
It's
Thank you.
it's right in the
Okay.
corner wedge.
Any questions? Roll call? No, it's not really a roll call. This is just draft the ordinance. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, number 17, respectfully, I'm gonna table this to send it back to, I'm gonna table this motion, so the Finance Committee has an opportunity to work out some mechanics. Then, I will present this at the next meeting.
Okay.
Number 18, I have a motion to direct the city attorney to draft an ordinance allowing a hair salon to operate as a special use within the premises located 12626 South Harlem, Palos Heights, and contained within the following PIN: 23-25-433-021-0000.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Scully, second by Alderman Key. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
That's all for my report.
All right. Alderman Key?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to approve $13,512.43 for JMH Networks to update existing door hardware and install door access strike pads, key fob provide secure, reliable, and manageable access to designated entry points for the Palos Pool. This is the same thing that went on here at City Hall.
I'll
Moved
make
by
a-
Alderman Key, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman
Second.
Begley. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Then I'd like to make a motion to approve power and PBO requests for extended use of lighting on the Power Number 1 Ponyfield and the North Field on Saturday, June 6, 2026 until 11 o'clock. They do this every year.
Okay. Moved by Alderman Key. Is there a
Second.
Second by Alderman Begley. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Then I'd like to make a motion to approve $61,887 for the second installment for the 2025-26 membership of SWISRA.
Moved by Alderman Key. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Begley. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Then I'd like to make a motion to approve $15,200 for S&J Door to complete the pool concession stand project prior to the pool season.
Moved by Alderman Key. Seconded by Alderman Begley.
Second.
Discussion?
Question. This is not related to the pool renovation, but an add-on maintenance
Correct.
issue to
Correct.
the
Concession stand.
food area, correct?
Correct. And the concession part of the pool property was not touched during the
Right.
rehab.
This is a regular maintenance issue.
This is a
we're
separate
doing now.
thing.
All right.
Roll call?
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
So just a final comment that the summer playbook is out now, which gives all the activities, movies in the park, concerts in the park, everything that's going on at the rec department. You can access that online if you go to palosheightsrec.org, and the playbook icon is there. You can flip through there and see all the different activities that are happening in town. And that concludes my report, Mr.
All
Mayor.
right, thank you, sir. Roads and Construction, Alderman Clifford.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion to approve reimbursement to Mrs. Benda located at 12405 75th Avenue for storm sewer work in the amount of $5,000.
Moved by Alderman Clifford, seconded by Alderman Basso. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
And that was work we got in there through remodeling, but we obtained an easement for that. And we worked out an agreement with there. So we took a partial course of that repair of that sewer that was there. So, and the next is a motion to allow SECO Consultants to conduct a subsurface laboratory test and geotech engineering and analysis for Southwest Highway retaining wall in the amount not to exceed $20,000.
Moved by Alderman Clifford, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Bagley. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
I have a motion here, but I don't know if to add it on now for expediency of what's going on rather than at the roads, but I was asked by the city administrator to add this on the agenda if allowed, as a motion to direct city staff to engage property owners on Harlem Avenue and Route 83 to obtain easements for potential gateway monuments. Signage on those other four corners there where the AT&T store is, and right across the street.
Yeah.
That'd
It
be
can't,
on the agenda
it can't
for
be
you
on the
hours
agenda,
before.
but I don't think that actually needs even a motion, quite frankly.
Well, he asked me to
Yeah, I
clarify that,
understand.
and the reason is what's for expediency with the construction of Culver's now starting. There's gonna be remodeling, construction, a redesign of the intersection at Route 83 in Harlem, so there's gonna be a lot of disruption over there. So this was the time to try to get this in motion while that's all being under construction, so.
I think, quite frankly, we can start the discussions with them without having a motion, and just follow up with it later on.
Oh, all right, we
Yeah,
just
that'd be
wanted to
great.
get
Yeah,
clarity
yeah,
on it.
He'll be back on
All
Monday.
right.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
And with that, that's the end of my
Thanks,
report.
Rick. Appreciate it. License permits and franchises, there's nothing there. Water and sewer, Alderman Brennan's not here.
I can cover that
Alderman
tonight. I
Begley's
told him
gonna
I'd handle that
Okay.
one. This evening, we have a motion to approve to award the Advanced Metering Infrastructure AMI Network Interface Installation to Core in Maine in the amount of $198,943, as the company is the exclusive authorized distributor of Census products for Palos Heights.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Bagley, second by Alderman Key. Any discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
And then finally, I have a motion to approve the solicitation of bids for the Kiowa Lane water main project.
Moved by
Second.
Alderman Begley, second by Alderman Key. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you, Mayor.
That's it, thank you. Special committees, Alderman Key,
No report, Mr. Mayor, thank you.
cable, anyone?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just one announcement I wanted to make or acknowledgement. Since we last met, we had the opportunity to further acknowledge our good friend Ron Jankowski and dedicate the studio to, and rename it as the Ron Jankowski Studio. And again, I want to publicly congratulate him on that feat.
Great, thank you. And
That's
thanks
all
for
for my report.
Thank you. Old business, anyone?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I have something. This might have to go back to, like, maybe license, but, you know, with the weather we've been having, like these storms and the hail and everything, and, you know, over like the last couple of years, especially when we had that big storm 2 years ago, and basically all the communities, including Palos Heights, everybody was getting new roofs. And it's interesting, I was talking to some people in the repair business, adjusters from the insurance industry, and you know they have and I was talking to the staff in our construction group today, especially certain like State Farm's one that they said is kind of tough on how they handle these claims, and I think this would be a really easy thing for us to do. Just we could like propose an amendment or an ordinance. I don't know if it'd be an amendment or an ordinance, but if a lot of the insurance companies, they follow the local communities' ordinances. So it was pointed out to me that many communities have something in their documentation, which we don't have, that says that any type of damage or repairs that need to be made to a house as a result of a fire or storm, whatever, has to be brought back to the original condition. Because what's happening is, in talking with the construction group, and I've seen this firsthand actually, that let's say a storm comes in and from the southwest and it hits the side of your house on the south side, and it ruins your siding, or you have to get it repainted. They will then say, oh, okay, we'll cover that section, but let's say your house is 20 years old. How are you gonna match that paint? And so what happens is they don't cover it. But under what I'm suggesting, which is basically this adjuster said you guys should probably think about it, it would be great for your residents, is that we just put something in that says any type of situation where there's a damage, repair, needs to be handled, it has to be put back to the original status, which means, from what I was told, that then they would then have to like basically say, okay, we have to repaint the house. You can't, it's like having, if you brought your car in an accident and you had like 2 white walls on one side and 2 black walls on the other. It could be, you know, a difference. Maybe it's a bad analogy, but you know what I'm saying. And so it's a pretty simple fix according to what I was told. All we'd have to do is just say, you know, somewhere along the line in one of our ordinances that, you know, you need to get it put back to the original condition. And at least it gives the homeowner something to hang their hat on, which I think, because it's expensive, because now everybody's deductibles are high, and then by the time they take the deductibles off, it, you know, lowers your ability to actually take care of of all the work that you need. Gutters is another example the guy pointed out. If gutters get like, you know, ruined on a tree falls or whatever, it's hard to match them up. So by doing this, that would cover that. So I just was gonna say, I don't know if the city attorney knows how we would, what we'd have, is it an ordinance or is that a?
It'd have to be an ordinance.
An ordinance?
Tom, I could confer with you on that. There's a trigger under most insurance policies called law or ordinance coverage. That if there is an ordinance within the city that requires a certain upgrade, whether it was directly resulted of the damage or not, it needs to be addressed within the claim. I can assist you with that.
Isn't there a state ordinance too that says there's a thing that you might notice, a no match ordinance that they don't have to, be required? to
Well,
not
it,
match
it really depends on how the ordinance reads.
Yeah, 'cause for 2 years now, side of my house with the vinyl siding on it's been holes, I've been fighting for 2 years. And there's holes, but they told me, the state ordinance pertains, there's a no match ordinance, they don't have to match it with the exact same thing. Well, that being said, my siding was gray, and after 30 years, it's turned to a light gray, and it, you know, then they suggested that the outfit will paint it, well, that ain't gonna work. And the other thing is, if I put a lighter gray or this color there, I got squares and patches all over the thing. So what Mike's saying makes sense,
Right.
but I've been fighting this and still going through
Yeah,
it for a couple of
we-
years.
we'll look into it, 'cause
Like
We-
roof
we
shingles.
did- we looked into it
Another
about
shing-
we have
roof
to last-
shingles. Shingles on the roof.
Yeah, I know.
Is another one, because they'll count the number of shingles that you have, and you could have a checkerboard roof,
Yeah.
you know, like a checkerboard cake. So,
Yeah, we could do
I'm
that.
looking forward to seeing the white wall tires in your car.
Yeah, yeah. We looked into it about a year and a half ago, but
I
I'm.
think you have to be our age.
I don't know if we have.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
they don't even make, well, these kids don't even know what they are.
Yeah. All right, we'll fill it up. Any other old business? Citizens wish to ask questions? If not, entertain a motion to
business.
adjourn.
So
New
No
business.
business.
New business, I'm sorry.
Jeff, you
New
go
business.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, I don't
Oh.
have new business.
Just a reminder, summer's upon us, be aware of, more people on the streets lately, scooters, things of that, there are ordinances that tell you how you can, abide and run them legally. There's gonna be kids walking, more walkers during the summer, so be aware of your speeds on the streets are 20 miles an hour in the inner city, Harlem Avenue, and places like that. The second thing is Commander Allen, from the United States Navy, called me. He's not gonna be able to do Memorial Day and asked me to take command, last to another word. So what I'm trying to do is to put the Memorial Day program together, is I'm looking at any local schools or bands that would like to help out in some way. I'm looking for speakers to honor veterans that think they have a writing skill, kids, guys, students, that would like to write something to honor our fallen veterans and say a few words at our Memorial Day thing. And the other thing is, you gotta remember, and recognition, not only for the ones that gave their lives to provide the services and freedoms we enjoy here, but also that they gave their lives for that, and we'd like to honor them in the best possible way. And in conjunction with the 250th year of our anniversary of our country, I like to try to make this the biggest and best ever honorarium if we can do with that. I'll try to get some handout flags like this if you attend to hand out to everybody. Any high school students wishing to help out with anything or have any skills, just give me a call City Hall, they'll get hold of me. But mostly you be part of the ceremony, you'll be part of the action, and so I would really appreciate any help in the matter to make this the best Memorial Day possible for us and involve all you guys, but any help at all, thank you very much.
Any other new business? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second, I mean, first,
Whatever.